Today we'll look at Pivotal CF 1.1's ability to integrate with Splunk Enterprise. Pivotal CF integrates with platforms like Splunk via syslog drains. So first we'll create a TCP syslog input inside of Splunk. For this example, we'll listen on port 12345 and we'll configure the source type to be syslog. And that's all there is to configuring Splunk's side of the drain. Pivotal CF facilitates log drains via user-provided services. Here we'll use the Foundry CLI to configure a syslog drain matching the IP address for Splunk and the port for our configured syslog input. Let's now look at the manifest for the application we're about to push. Notice that the Services section identifies the Splunk user-provided service that we just created. As we push the application, notice that the Splunk service is bound to it. Because of this, we can expect to see our application startup logs as soon as we return to the Splunk interface. Now that the application is running, let's return to Splunk and find our logs. We click on Start Searching, and then Data Summary, where we see the Logregator host. Clicking there takes us to all of the application log events that have drained into Splunk so far. Next, we'll tab over to the Pivotal CF Developer Console, refresh the browser, and then click on the route for our application. We're doing this to trigger some additional log events. Returning to Splunk, notice that we now have application access log events, with the RTR in the syslog proc field indicating that these logs came from the Cloud Foundry router. Back at the console, let's open a second terminal and use the CLI to tail the logs for our application. Now let's scale our application to 3 instances. Notice 3 new log messages, one from the API indicating that we changed the desired state for the application, and 2 from the DEA indicating startup for the 2 additional instances. Returning to Splunk, adding API to our search pulls the application audit event. Replacing API with DEA locates our 2 application instance startup events. And that concludes our demo. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the ease with which you can combine the power of 2 symbiotic products like Pivotal CF and Splunk Enterprise. Thanks for watching.